Surviving sea days. I'm crossing the Atlantic. I'm headed to Fort Lauderdale. I've been in Europe all summer, and it's time to head to the Caribbean for the winter cruising season. There's not a lot that happens on board these days for me, as I'm a musician. The only time I work is at night. And so I'm just kind of out and about on the ship, spending some time in the crew mess. I'm trying to play pool, but as the ship rocks, so do the pool balls. We're going to call this one Surviving Sea Days because there's nothing that really goes on out here during sea days, man. And this life can get redundant enough, but when you're crossing the Atlantic Ocean and you're stuck in the middle of the ocean, you know, there's literally nothing to do. So the only thing that I have on my agenda is to play my sets tonight. And, you know, it's a little bit too soon to start getting packed up because I'm still going to have to wear clothes and stuff. So I'm just going to be walking around all day. The I-95, which you can see is dead, but my ever so faithful orange espresso cup with the latte, and yeah, we're gonna head back to the cabin. So it's a sea day, which is why there's nobody out here on the I-95. So I get asked quite often what the dating scene is like out here on ships, and if I'm being real, it's quite toxic and fake. And people will make fake Facebooks. They'll be married at home, make a fake Facebook with a fake name, have a totally different life out here on board, and have a wife or a husband back home with kids who's waiting on them while they're out here partying, living it up with another woman or another man. I dated a girl from Norway that I met on a Carnival cruise ship, and of course it ended, you know, and thankfully it did, because it ended right before COVID, and things would have just never would have happened. You know, she was a great girl, incredible singer and everything, but things just weren't going to work out. But like most relationships are just really toxic, and it's just people trying to fill a void out here due to loneliness and just needing some companionship and some intimacy and stuff. I mean, you have to be a strong person to be out at sea for months upon months upon months upon months and not, you know, desire that or crave that. And so a lot of people on here, you know, people just be hooking up with each other all the time because there's only a select amount of people out here, you know, so it's not like there's just unlimited amount of people to date and go on dates with and do all of that. So the dating scene is toxic and fake and pretty unfaithful. What do you think of these ship women? Nah. Yeah, nah, you already know.
Jason said I know better.
You gonna be getting involved with that?
Bottom of the barrel, huh?
And I've seen friends, you know, get married on ships, but I've seen far more relationships end. The bass player across the hall in my band is ready to go down with the ship for any woman out here that'll tell him that they love him. It is ridiculous. This guy knows these girls for 3 days and is falling in love, ready to take them to the altar. I'm not kidding. Literally, like, let's say the vows. Just tell me you love me. It is crazy, you know, when you have those friends that just can't stand to be alone, or, you know, they just need somebody constantly, and it's like, bro, this is not it. Get a grip. And it's different, like, when you know what this is out here and you still get involved with it, it's like, come on, shame on you. You shouldn't be bringing yourself down like this. You know what time it is. So the dating scene on ships, not to say that I haven't seen it be successful or whatever, but most of the time it's going to go down in flames, if I'm just being honest. Deck 11, one of my closest friends on board, my favorite place to be. The sun starts to set, the moon's in the sky. I can feel the warm, humid air blow against me as I'm crossing from Europe to the Caribbean. I stare out, look at the moon above me, and be grateful for the day. The cruise ship begins to light up, and it's always beautiful, especially when you see another one at night from across the sea. When you stand out at the front of the boat, I watch the sun fall off into the ocean, the moon rises into the sky, and I just show a little gratitude for the day. I'm grateful to be here. So I'm at the front of the ship. The wind is howling. I have wind reduction on my phone, so hopefully the audio isn't too bad, but we're currently crossing. We're currently crossing from Europe to Fort Lauderdale, and I mean, man, you know, I know this is just a camera, but the view is still immaculate, and you know, it's warm and humid, bro. It's been cold and stuff in Europe, and I'm approaching. You know, I mean, you can just see, man, and then you can see the moon up in the sky. Just incredible, guys, incredible. I'm with my friend Snoop here, and he's always wanted to learn how to play chess. And so today, you know, a great day to teach him while we have plenty of time at sea. We did the inauguration together on this ship back at the end of 2021. So this is our second time on board together. And actually, in February of 2022, on our last cruise on board this ship, we both contracted the coronavirus together. And it was our last week on board, and they ended up putting us in a quarantine hotel in Fort Lauderdale. And we've become extremely close this contract. And I can't stress the importance of having good people around you on board and having good friends. I've made lasting memories with this guy. I just enjoy his company so much. We've gone through hikes in Iceland together, and Norway, and hung out in Amsterdam, and I mean, we have just done so much and have made so many memories. I can't imagine, you know, not having him around. Okay, so I'm backstage. Let me grab a seat, chat it up with y'all. So I'm backstage, and you can see we're kind of marking off the days here. It's a it's 11:53. Well, it's actually 10:53. It's Monday, so in 6 days, yeah, on Sunday I'm gonna be signing off here. I've been on here since June 15th, June 16th, so yeah, a little over 4 months and a week. And it's you know, when you first come on board, you don't think it's ever gonna end. Everybody will tell you that. You're like, man, I got a long time, and you're asking people, you know, how long is your contract, and you know, where you from, etc. You got your next ship, and you tell them, you're like, oh man, you got a full contract left, and then all of a sudden it's just gone. You wake up and it's like, oh, I'm signing off today, and then a whole new wave of people are signing on. And so anybody will tell you that, like, you come on board, and then everything on ships is so routine. Seat airport day, I've said it so many times, and then your contract is over. And so it's one of the wildest things, man, because you don't think it's ever gonna end, and it's like, bye. All right. So I'm always doing laundry out here. It's one of the downsides of going to the gym and not coming on board with a lot of clothes, because there's no reason to have a ton of stuff. You know, there's just not. Like, it's just, the more stuff you have, the more stuff you're gonna have to pack, the heavier your suitcase is gonna be. And a lot of the times, depending on where you are, if you're on international flights and that luggage over, you paying for it, and it's not gonna be cheap. Something that just drives me insane about my room, guys, like, check this out. All right. It's like, I feel like my desk is cluttered just with those things on it. And then my bed with my clothes, and this is just, my room, it just always feels dirty, even though it's not dirty. There's nothing here, but it's just so cluttered and so small. And you know, like I said, granted, I'm grateful that I don't have to room with somebody else, but I mean, come on, look at it. I want to just apologize to all my subscribers because I haven't had Wi-Fi for a long time, because I'm crossing the Atlantic Ocean, and yeah, I haven't had Wi-Fi. So we're going to call this Surviving Sea Days, because it's nothing but sea days until we cross Fort Lauderdale. As you can see, I'm in the middle of the ocean, but I'm always in the middle of the oceon. And it's going to be a day in the life of Surviving Sea Days, all right? So let's talk about it. There you go. Now it's on. No
almost
storm.
Home. Almost home. Yeah. Feels good. See you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Yo, come on. Don't let me find out you made it this far and didn't subscribe. But for real, if you're a new subscriber to this channel, I want to thank you. Please leave me a comment if you are. I just want to engage with everybody on my channel. It's very important to me. I can't believe I hit 1,000 subscribers. I remember what it was like to hit 10 subscribers and 100 and 500, and now I've hit 1,000. So I couldn't do that without all of y'all. And yeah, engage with me, leave me a comment, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out.